video is we move to tutorial chapter 5. The first part is a module as a separate script. Is from this module. That's the first part, and what we will more discuss here is after chapter 4 introduce the module. Now we will try to put the modules into separate scripting file. That will give you more lighter and better manage your the code across the different scripts, not only putting the modules only in one file. You can imagine if we have a module called the wheel, but if you need to make the wheel in different vehicles, then you need to copy and paste the wheel module into the multiple OpenSCAD these files. That is also our kind of the repeat or duplications. So what we want to do is we like is the library concept. We will create our script to store the module. Then you can load this script into your program, and then you can use that as module. So first, let's create our simple script or simple SCAD. So first, you can read this to understand more challenge. So first, go to the tutorial folder. Now we have chapter 5. So we can see this chapter 5. Part 1. Let's see, that is for simple wheel. So we have this called simple wheel. Let's ignore these two parts. First is we want to have a module. Define is what is our simple wheel, and then we put this syntax. So since I use this split screen, this font is quite big. So one thing is we can make that better is go to the edit preference, and you can go to the editor tab. You can see here, this is your font. If you want to change some font, for example, I want to use Arial, and I want this smaller, then you can do like this way. So now I have more space to store the code. So first is what are the parameter we want to define within this simple wheel. We just have a wheel radius. Let's put the default value is 10, and wheel width is 6. So that is our two parameter. Then we want to see you will create a cylinder. Is this the direction? And you need to rotate that. So we have a cylinder first. Let's see, H is the wheel width, and R is the wheel radius. And we put this center to true. Just to ensure you can have this preview, let's load that. I press F5. Now you have this wheel. Now we need to rotate that. Rotate consider is we want to rotate along with the X. So rotate X 90. Y0, Z0, and put this inside a tab. and let's press F5. Your wheel is make in this right direction, and then let's add this FA equal to 1 and FS equal to 0.4. So now it's getting very smooth. So that is the first. Now we have our simple wheel. So let's save that. That is our first module. But this module is different as we save that into the individual file. Now let's create this simple car design as well. So for this simple design, you can remember is in the earlier chapter we have our base and also top for the body, and then we have 2 axle and 4 wheel. So let's create this separately. So let's make a new file. So keep this separate, and we see here we can call that save as Chapter 5 Part 1 with a car with simple wheels. So that is the separate file. So let's see. So we will have. Let's make this again to analyze repeat or review is what we have done earlier. So we will define the wheel radius to 8, base height 10, top height also 10, and also track is that axle. So now we have some the parameters. We will add these the 2 lines in the last, so that we will not make our program running slower. So that is my preference and suggestion. So first is car body base. So you remember is that's coming from a cube. Cube is use 60/20 and then base height. 620 is the length and the weight, and then use this. Give a center equal to true. Let's see, we should have first our base. So that's the first part, and then we use this copy. So car base top. So we also have this cube in the base. So let's make that shorter. So it's the 30/20, and this we use the top, the height parameter, so that we can adjust this separately. But if we put that here, you cannot see this. So 30. So what's the different parts? Unable to convert. Let's see, whenever you go to any arrows, let's investigate immediately. Number 10. So 10, center, 30/20, top height. So why is talking about unable to convert cube? Because the third parameter is undefined. So why undefined? Now you can investigate here. I have a typo, so should be HT, but I use TH. But if we don't do the translation, so translate, it will be inside in the body base. So let's put that is make that in shift 5 in X and no in Y, and base height. Remember we discussed about this 0.001. We use this base height half plus top height half and then minus 0.001, so that is connected actually each other. And then we give this R the tab. So now we have the top, the body top. So we have the two parts. Now let's continue make this simple car. So we should have the front left wheel. So this wheel is the cylinder start, and the H is 3, R equal to wheel height, radius. So H is 3. So why not is we put this height is 3. So we don't need to repeat this 3. So we will have this, and then the center equal to. So that's the first one, but you cannot see that because it's inside. So that just give you our part of the overview. Now you can see it's inside if we put this cube transparent. And then what we need to do is first we need to rotate, remember, so rotate in the XL, so 90, 0, and give this tab, and now rotate. Now second is we need to translate. I just repeat this again so that you can remember what we have done in the chapter 1 to 4. So that is also good the practice if you keep writing the code, not only in the copy paste. So then keep your the skill is sharpened. So the front left, this is the front. And the left, so front left consider X, Y, Z. So X is negative, Y negative, Z depends on. So so at least this X is minus 20, Z is track divided by 2, and Z is 0. We don't shift on the Z side. And then let's see, so what we have got is we have our wheel. And then we copy this. And again, copy this. So let's see, we have the right. Right is the X is the same, Y is the different, and the rear left is the X is a different, Y same, and the rear right. So X is different, Y different. So let's see, we should have this 4 wheel. Now we will add the last 2 parts is the XL. So front XL. What's the XL is also our cylinder. So cylinder H equal to track, so that they are connected with these 2 wheels, and R equal to 2. And the center equal to 2. So if we just make like this, you see it's in the center. So we need to also rotate first, like the wheel. So rotate, then you can remember is we should have 90, 0. After rotate, we need to shift. So shift means translate. Translate to X, but no need Y and Z. So that means minus 20, 0. Let's see what we got. So it's coming here. Similarly, we will build this rear. rear. Then that simply is just the X is different. So you have this simple car. Let's make this not transparent. So we have this one. That is our second part. And we are starting to make this include, using this include to try to utilize your first file. So let's make this card is use this the file. So let's save as another one. So car with wheel create by include. So I don't put this 1, 2, 3 so that you can easily think. So first, so let's also add. I will ignore this FA and FS so that you can just keep your the model very fast. So what's the include? Means you put this include in the starting of the file. So you need to include the full file of your file name. So I have a longer one. So Chapter5 Part1 simple wheel.scad. So I have this one, and if I put that press the F5, you can see now it's similar like this. With this one means this simple wheel is also already loaded here. But remember, when you write down here, read this, you will get some idea is why it's coming here, because when you use include, they load this module and they also load all the sentence, all the code. So this the sentence code, this module inside your script is also loaded into your file. So they will create this wheel for you. So, but definitely this is not our intention. What we will do is leave this first, and now we will have another practice is we will use, let's see, so the wheel and the minus 20, 25, the 8, radius is 8, base is 10, 10, 30, yes. And we will make some adjustment. Is 8 is getting 4. So here we will put that as the 4. So with narrower parts. So if I put this into 2, you can see like this, but that is not coming from your loaded part. From the above, you can keep in mind that when you include an external script in your current script, module of the external script become available in your current script. But additionally, any object that were created in the external script are also created in the current one. So those are the things we need to pay attention to. So the compare to that is let's save to our another file is by used, not by include. By use. Let's see. So if I put use, let's see here. This one is disappear. So that is the difference, and you can keep adjust your the file, because if you use your file, is you can consider like C. And now first is we don't have this include one, and now we don't need to create those cube and rotate, because in our simple wheel we have this cylinder and rotate. So what we need to do is we will just call this simple wheel. So like this one, we will make that to the perimeter. So wheel radius, wheel width, but equal to our this perimeter. So that will save you the one line is coming to the two lines is coming to one line. So this one, so starting from this. So we have this simple wheel, and you can, let's just test. This one is your the wheel. So what we have changed is getting simpler, the narrower, like this, and like this. So whenever we want to draw our wheel, we call simple wheel from this file. So now we have this one, and if we want to change this, we want to change this to 4. Wheel height is getting 4. Wheel width, wheel radius is 3. Wheel radius and wheel width. What is the width? Not height, is the width. So now you got this one, and if we want this change to 4, so you got this starting to help you to adjust in your model. But this model is those perimeter is transferred into this external loaded the module from this file. So then through this you make the bridge is how to utilize those modules, but you don't need to include the module inside your same program, and this module can be loaded by anyone else in any other program file. So those are this first part, I want to transfer practice together with you. Just remember the distinguish between include and use. Whenever you are okay, try to use make the use, not include. Thank you for your watching. Talk with you in the next chapter parts.